Tripathi, I'm 12 years old from London and you're watching Foodaholics. This is my entry for the World Card Selection Round of Chote Ustad contest. I've always loved cooking since I got acquainted with it some time back when it was introduced to me as a subject in school. And I've been cooking and baking ever since. So today, for this entry round, I'm going to be making falafel which can be served in two different ways, both of which I'm going to be showing you today. So let's get started. But before we begin with the recipe, let's get familiar with the ingredients. Let's go. So for the patty, I'm going to be using chickpeas, which is the main ingredient which you need to have at home. 1 roughly chopped onion, 2 tablespoons of plain flour, 1 clove of roughly chopped garlic, some chili, powdered chili, cumin, and coriander powder. This is the can that I used, and this is how much came out. And now for the assembly part, we'll be using pita bread and burger buns. And I'm going to also be using some cheese slices, cucumber, boiled corn, lettuce, onion, tomato, and coriander. These are the sauces I'm going to be using. You can use whatever ones you have at hand or the ones you like. To start, we're going to be mixing the chickpeas and all the other patty ingredients together in a food processor. And we're also going to be using salt and pepper to taste. Now we're just going to blend them together. So as you can see, it does look a bit dry, so we're going to add just a little bit of water, little by little. So the smash and we're just going to... Now you need to be careful not to add too much because then the consistency will just go for a toss. Now we're going to open this and help the ingredients bind it together using a spatula. So after we've blended it together, we're now going to mold it. But in the interim, we want the pan to heat up, so we're just going to put it on high flame so that it heats up quickly with just a little bit of oil. I'm just going to spread it around like so. Now as we wait for it to heat up, we're going to take a piece, a little bit, so that we can mold it together. We don't want it to be too big, otherwise it won't fit in the bun or the pizza pocket. It's a bit bigger though. Make sure you have clean hands before you do this because we don't want cross-contamination. Gonna make them a little bit bigger. Here, this is how big I've made them, and I'm just gonna quickly make one more. Wait for the stove to heat up. We're just going to check if it's done enough by putting our hand on it, but be sure not to touch the pan because it will be hot. Float your hand around it, above it, so that you know when it's done. This looks about done. As you can see, we can tell that it's done when it starts sizzling, and now we're just going to pop in these one by one. Oh, I hear that sizzle. Now we're just gonna let them cook. Make sure not to flatten them too much because then it'll be easier. It will take about 5 minutes or so for this to start cooking from the bottom properly. So make sure you don't check too early. Let's just check that because it's been about 5 minutes. I don't think this one's done yet. So we're just gonna have to wait 2 more minutes and see when it's done. So now it looks. It is now done, so we're just going to take a paper towel so that soaks up all the excess oil, like so, and we're just going to carefully lift them and put them on our paper towel. Taking the food. Now after we've slit this, what we're going to do is start assembling the burger. So we're just going to put that aside, get our meat. First, we are going to put in the lettuce so that it helps making the burger less soggy from the bottom. Just put these in, and then we're going to add the patty, like so. Then we should be adding the cheese. And the cheese, just the cheese. Like so. And this, and this. And we would need some corn. It depends how much you want to put of each ingredient. I'm only putting a little bit. And 1 onion ring. Now, as I especially like cheese, I'm going to put 1 more in because I don't have enough cheese. Like so. And you could add how many ever sauces you want. I'm not going to add many. I'm just going to use this chili one and just a bit, not too much. Like so. And here's our burger. Now that it is done, I'm going to slit it fully and put this burger here and just clean this plate a little bit. Now I'm going to start the plating. Going to put on here. And I'm going to gently that. And some lettuce to go at the bottom, like so. So now for like the finishing touch, I'm going to also add a toothpick, which looks like that. And yeah, this is what I've made, and hope you like it. As I've done with this, you could also fill it alternatively with a pizza pocket, which is very readily available, and you can just slit it like that and fill in the ingredients, whatever you want, with the patty, obviously. And this is my dish, what I've made, and hope you like it. Thank you, bye!